Golden State Warriors fans, buckle up, because the latest buzz around the Bay Area is heating up, and it has everything to do with the very core of this team. Draymond Green, the heart and soul of the Warriors' defense and a cornerstone of their championship runs, is suddenly at the center of trade rumors. It's one of those situations that could redefine the roster and reshape the future of the franchise, and every move seems to hinge on one man, Stephen Curry. Over the years, Curry's influence on this team has been immense, both on and off the court. When it comes to roster decisions, his voice carries extraordinary weight, and right now, any discussion about trading a veteran like Green cannot move forward without considering how Steph feels about it. Despite whispers about the Warriors potentially exploring trade options for Draymond, it's far from a simple yes or no. Green has been an irreplaceable figure, a facilitator who controls the tempo, a defensive anchor whose presence alters shots before they even leave opponents' hands, and a veteran leader who has seen this franchise through the highest of highs. However, the numbers suggest that while his impact remains significant, he is not quite the same player he once was. With Golden State sitting at 8th place in the Western Conference and hovering around a record of 13 wins and 14 losses, the pressure is mounting to consider bold moves that could elevate the team to the next level. Alongside Draymond, another name has entered the trade conversations, Jonathan Kuminga. The young forward has drawn interest from several teams, yet the Warriors appear keen to retain him at least until the February trade deadline. Kuminga's potential is undeniable, with flashes of brilliance that have shown he could develop into a cornerstone player for years to come. Yet, the delicate balance between maintaining core veterans and integrating rising stars has the front office walking a tightrope. While Green's trade market is relatively new, Kuminga's value has been steadily recognized by multiple teams, leaving the Warriors in a position where strategic timing will be key. Draymond Green, at 35 years old, may not attract as many suitors as younger stars, but his contribution to any team that acquires him cannot be understated. Averaging 8.3 points, 6.2 rebounds, 5.5 assists, nearly 1 steal, and nearly 1 block per game this season, he still brings a combination of skill, basketball IQ, and championship experience that is incredibly rare. Rumors have even connected him to potential trade packages involving Anthony Davis or pursuit of Giannis Antetokounmpo, illustrating the high-level conversations surrounding his future. For Warriors fans, the idea of Green leaving the Bay Area is unsettling, yet the reality of the team's current performance makes such considerations unavoidable. Meanwhile, Jonathan Kuminga's journey has had its own twists. After a recent benching spanning 3 games, the young forward is now set to return to the rotation, following Coach Steve Kerr's observation of his resilience and effort during practice. Kuminga, standing 6'7" and only 23, signed a 2-year extension with the Warriors after some negotiation, yet the team retains a crucial option on the second year of that deal. His return to playing time reflects not only his on-court potential, but also his professional attitude in responding to challenges, signaling that Kerr sees him as a key part of the team's near-term plans. Over 17 games this season, with 13 starts, Kuminga has averaged 12.4 points, 6.3 rebounds, and 2.6 assists in just over 25 minutes per contest, showcasing a balance of scoring and defensive versatility that makes him a compelling figure for the team moving forward. Adding another layer to the unfolding narrative is Stephen Curry's ongoing connection with Klay Thompson. The two spent over a decade as one of the most formidable backcourts in NBA history, a partnership that ended when Thompson moved to Dallas during the previous offseason. Curry has openly expressed his wish that Thompson were still with the Warriors, highlighting a bond and on-court chemistry that could shape future roster decisions. While any reunion may still feel distant, the underlying message is clear. Curry values the presence and impact of Thompson immensely, and should circumstances align, a conversation about bringing him back could very well take place. On the court, Thompson's recent struggles are apparent. Averaging just 11.1 points per game this season and shooting 37% from the floor, he is far from his peak performance. Yet his experience, ability to guard multiple positions, and elite three-point shooting remain valuable assets, especially within a system that can maximize his shot opportunities. The Warriors' front office may prioritize younger, more dynamic scorers, but the potential to reintegrate Thompson into the roster cannot be dismissed entirely, as his connection with Curry adds a unique dimension that numbers alone cannot quantify. At the same time, potential trade scenarios have begun to circulate, illustrating the complex chessboard that the Warriors' front office must navigate. Packages involving Kuminga, Buddy Hield, Thompson, and Daniel Gafford reflect the intricate balancing act between talent retention, salary management, and the quest for roster upgrades. Gafford, projected to start at center, brings efficiency in limited minutes, averaging 8.5 points, 6.1 rebounds, and over 1 block per game, providing the Warriors with a potential interior presence should any trade materialize. Meanwhile, the dynamics between Curry, Green, Kuminga, and Thompson shape not just gameplay, but strategic decision-making that could reverberate throughout the league. As the Warriors contemplate these moves, the broader narrative is clear. This is a team at a crossroads, balancing the legacies of veteran leaders with the promise of rising stars. Every decision, from potential trades to rotation adjustments, carries weight, and every player involved plays a role in shaping the franchise's future. Draymond Green's veteran leadership, Jonathan Kuminga's youthful energy, and the enduring bond between Curry and Thompson create a fascinating tension, a story that Warriors fans are following with bated breath. The coming weeks will likely bring clarity, but for now, the uncertainty adds a thrilling edge to the season, with the Bay Area waiting to see whether bold decisions will pay off or if the current roster will hold steady through the challenges ahead. As the Warriors navigate these roster decisions, the focus inevitably shifts to team chemistry and how any potential moves could alter the delicate balance that has defined Golden State basketball for over a decade. Draymond Green has always been more than just a player. He is a force of energy on both ends of the court, a communicator who orchestrates defensive schemes, and a mentor to younger teammates. Trading him would not simply be a transaction. It would represent a seismic shift in the Warriors' culture, one that could ripple through the locker room and impact performance on the floor. Yet, with the team hovering in the middle of the Western Conference standings, the front office may feel compelled to explore bold options to spark a return to contention. Jonathan Kuminga's trajectory has made him a central figure in this discussion. Despite his recent benching, his response to Coach Kerr's rotational changes has highlighted maturity and professionalism beyond his years. Every practice session, every moment on the court without the spotlight, has been an opportunity for Kuminga to prove that he can handle adversity and still contribute meaningfully to the team. Kerr's plan to reintegrate him into the lineup underscores the coaching staff's confidence in his abilities, but it also places Kuminga in a high-stakes position where his performance could determine not just his minutes, but his long-term role with the franchise. At 23, the potential is enormous, and the Warriors are clearly weighing how to cultivate that upside while still maximizing the immediate competitiveness of the roster. Meanwhile, Stephen Curry's influence continues to shape the narrative around veteran players and possible acquisitions. His unique position as the franchise cornerstone gives him an almost unprecedented say in personnel matters. While the idea of trading Draymond Green or even pursuing a reunion with Klay Thompson may seem speculative, Curry's perspective carries a significant weight. His chemistry with Green has been fundamental to the Warriors' style of play, and his connection with Thompson is a living reminder of what made the team dominant during its championship years. Any decision about the roster must be considered through the lens of Curry's approval, making him not just a player, but a strategic figure in determining the franchise's direction. The possibility of a trade involving Draymond Green is tantalizing for many teams around the league. Even at 35, his basketball IQ, defensive versatility, and leadership qualities are unmatched. A team willing to take on Green would acquire a player capable of elevating those around him, someone who can alter the flow of a game without scoring prolifically, and who brings an understanding of what it takes to win at the highest level. The Warriors' consideration of including Green in a deal reflects both the urgency of improving their current roster and the recognition that acquiring an impact player may necessitate parting with a seasoned veteran. At the same time, the market for Green is still emerging, making the timing and structure of any potential trade critical for Golden State. Jonathan Kuminga, in contrast, presents a different set of possibilities. The young forward combines athleticism, scoring ability, and defensive potential, making him an appealing asset for teams seeking both immediate contributions and long-term upside. While the Warriors are unlikely to move Kuminga before the trade deadline, the ongoing interest from teams such as the Chicago Bulls and Sacramento Kings creates a backdrop of strategic leverage. By managing his minutes carefully, balancing development with immediate team needs, and keeping trade discussions on the horizon, the Warriors maintain flexibility, allowing them to respond to opportunities without sacrificing the integrity of the current roster. Klay Thompson's situation adds another layer of intrigue. His departure to Dallas marked the end of an era, yet his relationship with Curry ensures that he remains central to discussions about potential roster maneuvers. Despite shooting struggles and a decline in scoring averages over recent seasons, Thompson's ability to stretch the floor, guard multiple positions, and contribute in high-pressure situations remains valuable. A hypothetical reunion could provide the Warriors with both a familiar dynamic and a strategic boost, though the front office has been cautious about revisiting the idea too quickly. The complexities of salary, roster balance, and player development all play into whether Thompson could return and how such a reunion would impact the team's championship aspirations. From a strategic perspective, potential trade scenarios highlight the intricate dance of talent, contracts, and team objectives. Packages involving Kuminga, Buddy Hield, Thompson, and Daniel Gafford illustrate how the Warriors could pivot to address weaknesses, reinforce key positions, or create financial flexibility. Gafford's presence as a reliable center in limited minutes provides a valuable option for rotation adjustments, while Kuminga's upside and Thompson's veteran experience offer complementary dimensions that could strengthen the team in different ways. The front office must weigh short-term gains against long-term development, balancing the desire for immediate improvement with the potential to nurture a core that can sustain success for years. Amid all this speculation, what remains undeniable is the central role of culture and leadership in Golden State's plans. Draymond Green embodies the intensity and accountability that have defined the Warriors, while Curry and Thompson represent the cohesion and championship pedigree that have set the team apart. Kuminga stands as a symbol of the future, a bridge between the established veterans and the next generation. As the season unfolds, the Warriors fan base watches with anticipation, knowing that each decision could alter the trajectory of the team. Trades, rotations, and reunions are not just administrative moves. They are transformative events that can energize a team, rejuvenate a locker room, or challenge players to rise to new heights. Golden State is at a pivotal moment where balancing legacy with innovation, veterans with rising stars, and present success with future potential will define the narrative for the coming years. The choices made now, whether involving Draymond Green, Jonathan Kuminga, or even the possibility of Thompson returning, are the kinds of decisions that'll be remembered, dissected, and debated for seasons to come. Before we continue, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any exclusive Dubs updates. Let's keep going. The NBA world is buzzing with whispers that could redefine the league's balance of power. Sources close to team circles suggest that Luka Doncic, the Slovenian sensation currently dazzling with the Los Angeles Lakers, has finally given a resounding yes to what insiders are calling the most audacious move in recent basketball memory. While official announcements remain pending, leaks circulating on social media hint at a blockbuster deal that could send shockwaves from coast to coast. The Golden State Warriors reportedly have a massive package lined up, and Luka might just be the centerpiece. Details remain murky, as is customary with high-stakes negotiations, but the so-called Warriors mega deal has been described by unnamed sources as both comprehensive and ambitious, targeting immediate championship contention. Speculation suggests the package involves a combination of young talent, draft picks, and veteran players, aiming to create a roster capable of challenging the Lakers' current dominance. The whispers are enough to make fans across the league stay glued to their screens, debating how such a seismic shift could unfold and which stars might be involved. Luka, drafted third overall by the Atlanta Hawks in 2018 before being traded to the Dallas Mavericks for Trae Young, has steadily transformed into one of the NBA's brightest superstars. Known for his step-back threes, court vision, and clutch playmaking, Doncic has repeatedly carried the Mavericks deep into the playoffs, cementing his reputation as a generational talent. Moving to a team like the Warriors, with their championship pedigree and a system built around sharpshooters and dynamic ball movement, could create a basketball spectacle unlike anything the league has seen in decades. Fans are already imagining Luka donning the iconic blue and gold, orchestrating the Warriors' offense alongside familiar faces, and potentially redefining the narrative of Western Conference supremacy. Analysts are weighing in, offering cautious optimism and a flurry of what-if scenarios. Could this be the pairing that finally dethrones established powerhouses? Or will the pressure of expectations overwhelm even Luka's extraordinary talents? For now, the story remains tantalizingly incomplete, a rumor with legs strong enough to dominate headlines for weeks, perhaps months, as speculation turns into fevered anticipation. The NBA landscape may be on the cusp of a dramatic rewrite, and all eyes are on Luka Doncic and the Warriors, as fans everywhere dream of a new era in basketball history. Stay updated exclusively with the latest Dub Nation news. Subscribe to our channel and hit the like button to keep getting daily updates on the Warriors. Don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments. Your input is essential for the Dubs community. Stay tuned for the next video.